Welcome to the Dr. Erin Show. May you live your truth. Good morning from sunny Los Angeles. And I know it's hard to think about living our truth when there is so much chaos in the world today. The news everywhere, back and forth, is all about the hurricanes. The three hurricanes, Irma, Katia, and Jose. I hope I'm pronouncing those correctly. And wow, what's going on, mother? Then we've got earthquakes and all kinds of fun stuff to deal with as a culture. And knowing the truth, the breakdown is always for the breakthrough. So knowing that there are obviously a lot of suffering and many blessings that come out of this. There's nothing like being shaken up and having to come together in a community, people giving, people coming together to have to support each other and have to rely on one another. It's a bizarre thing, but there's always some blessings to come out of that. So I'm going to know that truth. And I'm going to know that we've had a lot of money donated. It's going to, just all kinds of, people are saying all kinds of things from conspiracy theories to the government wants to, make more money while they have to rebuild these areas. I mean, it's absurd in my opinion, but you know what? I honestly haven't even given it any thought. I just know the truth within mind for people out there, knowing that everything that we need is coming together. People are coming together, communities coming together. So on that note, let's begin. This is Dr. Erin, teaching universal laws, teaching spiritual truths, knowing that within you there is a specific truth. And today, may you live it. So on that note, today's title is Calm Your Storm Within. Mastering meditation and the law of allowing. Because what I know for certain is whatever's going on out there in the world is also going on within. And all those things out in the world, how do we deal with that? How do you deal with when a hurricane comes along or something like that? Obviously, there's many things we need to do in taking action and preparing physically, but we also, people who are ready and prepared mentally to take on anything in this life, do a lot better. Stress is obviously the number one killer. And really doesn't help in a situation like that. So let's calm the storm within and master meditation and the law of allowing, understanding the law of allowing. Okay, so I will never forget the time that I had major storms in my life. Just tumultuous, just everything. Just seemed like the smallest thing in my life was the biggest storm, right? And then there was this drama because I didn't know how to create my environment or pick my people or anything. I was just a hot mess, just going to tell you straight up. So when I first began meditation, it was a long time ago. It was, my son was almost 2 years old, and I had decided to go on a major spiritual track, and I was reaching out for books and all kinds of things. And one of the common denominators I found in reading these books and in studying kind of the masters was that they all talked about meditation. I thought, well, there must be something to this. So I thought, one day I thought, okay, I'm going to go meditate, So I sat down and I just remember that it was like torture. I couldn't even sit. I was amazed. I couldn't sit for 5 minutes. It was like somebody had their fingernails scraping down a chalkboard. And then I would sit there and then my mind would go thinking, I got to get that done. And I'd almost it would jolt me up like I needed to go do it right then. My mind would go towards things that happened yesterday or a year ago or in my childhood. I could not sit still. My mind chatter was over the top. And I thought, wow, I can't even sit still for 5 minutes. So I thought, well, obviously this is where I need to be and this is really hard. But I thought, well, if the masters are doing it, then I'm going to try and do it. So lo and behold, my son now is 22, so it's been 20 plus years of meditation. And I truly believe it is the foundational work for all of my spiritual work. And so I highly recommend it. And if you don't want to do it, then that's okay. You don't have to. Many people do other things. They go jog or do sports and they get into a zone, and in that zone they get tapped in. So you can do it however you want. But we're going to talk a little bit about what is meditation and how you're going to do it. So meditation is really the medium between the individual self and the spiritual self. And it really is that place of merging, uniting. It is the ultimate yoga, as they say. So I like the analogy of a relationship. You have a relationship between yourself and your higher self. And imagine that you're in a relationship and you never listen. You just talk all the time and you never even pay attention to the other person. Guess what? It's not going to go so well. They're probably not going to want to do much for you, and they're just going to be a little upset at some level. Well, it's kind of like that, but not really. But imagine that. So meditation is really a place to begin to listen to your higher self. Listen to the universe and allow the stream of the truth of the universe come in. And so they say that meditation is almost like listening to your higher self, God, spirit, and prayer is like speaking and directing to universal law and divine and God. Okay? So how do you do this? There's no wrong way of meditating. There's a million different styles and types of meditation. But if I were to distill it down, there's basically a spectrum, a gradient of meditation. And on one side is what I would consider silent meditation. It's emptying the mind. It is really, truly listening fully to the universe. And on the other side of the spectrum, there is what I call mantra meditation, where you are directing a specific sound vibration onto universal law. And in that, you kind of direct the mind to be able to direct it so it's not going all over the place. So you're fully directing the mind or you're emptying the mind. And there's 1,000 ways in between: walking meditation, contemplative meditation, blah, blah, blah. There's so many different types. Kundalini has a zillion different types of meditations in of itself, but they're all mantra-based, sound-based, breath-based, okay? So today, I invite you to begin to take on meditation, begin mastering that, okay? So before we go there, let's do the dun-da-da-da, daily universal law, because every day we're going to talk about a universal law, because the universal law is your BFF. It's actually you. It is your true self. You're the individual and you are the entire universe. So you might as well understand yourself, right? As I say, know thyself. So if you know thyself, you know thy universal laws, okay? So today we align with the law of allowing. Life is a flow of energy. It's literally a flow of energy exchange. And so what you resist persists. And the moment you put a negative meaning or something that it has occurred or has not occurred, you instantaneously experience a negative feeling, and vice versa. If the moment you put a positive assignment on something is the moment you experience something positive, right? This law is the universe's way of ebbing you towards living a life of joy. Okay, so if you're resisting something and you're not allowing, remember this is the law of allowing. So if you're not allowing, you're resisting and you're experiencing negativity. So flowing with the current of life that aligns with your truth, you begin to float down a river like you're in ecstasy, okay? The areas of your life where you experience compulsion or dysfunction, like you're going against something, is life's way of the universe ebbing you towards living the unique divine path that is specific for you. So I invite you today to look at where in life you are resisting. Where do you feel like you're not in flow? Where is it stuck? Where do you feel like it just something isn't going? And oftentimes, I'm working with clients, or especially in the business realm, I find, well, that's not true. In the dating realm, in the business realm, in the health realm, sometimes we're trying to force things. We call it, the power versus force, right? There's a divine power that flows. And when we force things, it's not so pretty. Okay. So oftentimes it's because people think things have to happen a certain way. We call that outlining. When you try and control the how, we're outlining, and we don't do that. What you do is you get out of the way, you know the truth, you expand your consciousness, and then basically you listen to your heart and you allow, you watch, you witness. What is life trying to bring you? Where is there flow? What feels authentic? Stop trying to do things the way other people are doing things. Stop it, okay? So today's spiritual practice is to take 10 minutes to practice silent meditation. 10 minutes of silent meditation. It's okay if your mind goes crazy. It's okay if you have mind chatter. Just don't cling on to those thoughts. Just think of them like clouds that roll by, okay? And then today's challenge is to set up a sacred space for daily meditation. So find a place in your home. Set it up where you won't be, no one's going to disturb you, and just begin to go into that silence. Maybe in the closet. I used to do it in the closet for years. Maybe there's a place in your living room where you won't be disturbed. I don't know where that is. Set up a candle. Set it up so your body, your mind, your spirit knows this is where we're going to be doing this stuff now, okay? So on that note, you guys, I'm just knowing the truth. I'm knowing today is a day of calming the storm within, your storm within, and mastering meditation and using and aligning with this beautiful universe and affirming today. So if you don't follow me already, I'm Dr. Erin. I'm a doctor in divinity, as I already said. You can find me across social media as Dr. Erin. And I'd love to be with you every day. You can wake up with me for 11 minutes. You can drive with me for 11 minutes in traffic. You can fall asleep with me. You can go for a walk with me, whatever you want. I'm here to be with you every day for 11 minutes, and because I want you in my life. So please find me on, also I have a private group on Facebook called Awakening with Erin. I also have, you can find me at erinfallhaskell.com and drerin.tv and drerin.tv, and then we have 30-day prosperity and the divinemastermind.com. So lots and lots of community we're building. Please send me any private messages if there's something that you want to talk about, a topic you'd like to talk about on here, or any way you feel like we can expand our community. I'm taking volunteers also. If you don't have money to do a program, please reach out. Let me know what you want to do in service. Okay, you guys, have a divine day.